everybody, and welcome back to Donna's Dreamworks and the latest in the video journey of Weight Watchers. And I mentioned on my blog, which I have revitalized now in the last couple of days, that I've reached not only the 35 pounds, but 40 pounds, which is what I did this past Saturday. And I'm going to be going again this Saturday. I had planned to go today, actually, but one of the girls that I go with two others usually on Saturday, and she had been out walking, fell over a piece of concrete and broke her hip. So it's been kind of a sad situation, and she's going to try to go this next weekend. And so I want to go with her. She'll be using a walker, and it'll be the first time. It's a little bit of a jaunt to get from the door. It's inside of a mall, and it's a bit of a jaunt to get from the door where they let us in to the actual Weight Watchers area. We might be able to get in a side door just because of her disability for this first couple of weeks. So anyway, I'm going to go again Saturday and see if I might have taken off another pound or so. Everything seems to be going fine. The exercise is off and on, the water's off and on. As you all know, if you've listened to my talks before, I detest drinking water. I wouldn't drink a drop of anything from the time I have my coffee at 5 o'clock in the morning till when I have a cocktail, which I do on a daily basis, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Cocktails are a part of my lifestyle, and I'm 72 years old, and I don't think it's necessary for me to have to start over again. They have not impacted my weight loss. Perhaps they have, in that I might be losing weight faster than if I were not having cocktails. But I am losing weight, and I very rarely gain weight. When I gain weight, it's not because I drank something. It's because I ate a lot more than I should have. So, so far, so good. Things are keeping up good. Last week, I went to Trader Joe's. We don't have one right local to us, but I do have one up the street in a few towns up from me. And so I went and I got a couple of things that people had talked to me about, and I just would like to share them with you. This first one is a cilantro and chive yogurt dip. And that is 1.4 an ounce. Now, I guess you could put a little cup onto the Weight Watchers scale, zero it out, and then spoon an ounce worth of this into the cup so that you'd know how much. And that's just 1 point. Don't think I'd buy it again. It's not bad, but it's made based obviously with plain yogurt, which to me gives things kind of a sour taste. Now, I love yogurt, but I use some flavored yogurts, ones with the fruit flavors or vanilla yogurt or something like that. This is okay, and I can eat it, and I will eat it because it's good. And so you get some of your light crackers that you can have 10 or 15 of, and you've got a nice little snack for the afternoon for not too many points. The next thing, which I have not tried yet, but I think I probably would like it. I hear it's very good. And this is, whoops, let me see if I can find the right place. Trader Joe's fat-free balsamic vinaigrette. Now, I love balsamic vinaigrette, and I usually make my own, and I use it all the time. That's my go-to dressing. Well, my go-to dressing would be blue cheese, as you all know. I had when I was celebrated my birthday and went out to dinner and had a great big salad with everything on it, including the blue cheese. So that was the week I gained some weight, so I guess that goes to prove. But anyway, this, I'm going to try it. I'm not a fan of fat-free dressings as a rule, but the person who told me about this said, although she's also not a fan, found this one to be very tasty, so I'm going to give it a shot. These I do love. Now these are, I've opened the package upside down, so you'll have to forgive me. These are the tofu smart pockets. Okay, and they are 100 calories, 2 points for one smart pocket. I'll just take one out so you can see. It's like a square Peter pocket, but they're just a good size to make a sandwich. I love to take them and actually use two if I'm really hungry, and I fill them up with salad. And maybe put a little tuna fish on the salad, or pieces of chicken, cold chicken, if I have that left over, or so on. But these are only 2 points, and that's the tofu, I don't know how you pronounce it, brand of they call Smart Pockets, and it's a square pita pocket. And lastly, I have, and I've yet to try this, but it sounds really interesting. This is an eggplant with tomato and onion. And you can see the size of the can. It is, golly, it is such a dark can, I can't read. Oh, 9.9 ounces. It's a vegan entree. It's just like having an eggplant parmesan. So it is 3 points for a cup worth of this. So that's plenty. 3 points over some spaghetti squash or zucchini noodles. This would be a great dinner. I'm looking forward to that. When I cook spaghetti and meatballs for Bob, I'll make this for me with zucchini or spaghetti squash. Speaking of zucchini, I have been so disappointed the past couple of times I've looked for them. You'd think that with this being the summer season in most of the country, even though it's been summer here in Southwest Florida since January, that it would be plentiful, but they seem to be tiny and expensive. So I'm kind of waiting until maybe some of the northern gardens begin to start overproducing zucchini, like they always do, and maybe the price will come down, or actually the Florida gardens will have them again. We have the same crops over and over again here. Fortunately, right now we're having nice, I think it's Georgia corn on the cob right now, because Florida corn on the cob was a few weeks ago. And that's good, and then it'll be gone until the next batch can grow up to be picked, and we'll have it again. So it's pretty good as far as the availability. Some of the things, for instance, like strawberries, I know you all up north are probably just enjoying the strawberries in your season, although it must be getting a little old in your season now. But here, strawberries are in February, and we have beautiful, beautiful strawberries and very inexpensive. And so it's a good time to use them. I try to use whatever's in season, obviously, for two reasons. I think it's the freshest of what's out there, and it's also priced right because it's in season. So those are the products that I got at Trader Joe's. Not all the products I got at Trader Joe's, but they some of the products. I also got some wine at Trader Joe's. If you all heard of $2 Chuck, well, $2 Chuck is not $2 Chuck anymore. It's $2.99 Chuck, but it is Charles Schwab, I believe, brand of wine, and it's actually quite good. It's one of the top rated wines. And I'm not a particularly big wine drinker, but my sister, when she comes over, is, and a lot of friends when they come, if they're Canadian, it seems like a lot of the Canadians like to drink wine. So I like to have, several bottles in the house at one time. Although there's not too many Canadians here right now. Well, on the other hand, we have been having rain. We actually have not had rain today. Now, anybody who's familiar with Florida weather knows that it rains every day. And you can almost set your clock. At 3 o'clock, it's beautifully and sunny. At 3:15, there's an actual downpour. And at 4:15, it's nice and sunny. So you can plan your day around it for the most part. But we've had an extra rainy stretch, which we needed desperately because it was a terrible drought in Florida this spring and winter, a very dry winter and spring, and there were over 100 wildfires going at one time. And so it was nice to get the drenchings that we needed. But as somebody said, be careful what you wish for because it's okay if it stops now for a little bit. We'd like to dry out. The golf course was actually closed 2 days this past week because it was too wet to play on. Which didn't bother me, but my husband was looking forward to playing. So I have been busy. I posted a picture, and I don't think I'll put it here. I might, if I can get it in here. I posted a picture of a wreath that I made for my sister who lives in the same development that I do. And it was a patriotic wreath. And I immediately had orders for 5 more. So I have been busy making patriotic wreaths. And actually, you can see wreaths in the background here, and I'll kind of zoom in a little. Those are not patriotic wreaths. Those are New England Patriots wreaths that I have orders for. So I just figured I'd get going on those because I'm pretty well done with any patriotic decorations and wreaths that I'm going to make. I must tell you, though, the colors, obviously, for the patriotic decor, red, white, and blue, or red, silver, and blue, or maroon, blue, and white, or maroon, blue, and cream. And so I made all those wreaths, as I said. The Patriots colors are blue, maroon, and silver. I'm really getting sick of the color combination. I'd like to make a Cleveland Browns wreath or something. Um, Michigan or somebody with different color. No, Michigan's blue. I don't want to have another blue. But any blue and silver, actually, isn't it? So anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I also have been revising my blog, and I have had blog since 2011, and it's listed as, I'll put it down below the video in the description. It's donnasdreamworks.blogspot.com. And when I first did this blog in 2011, I really knew nothing about maintaining or keeping a blog, and I've learned as I've gone. I hadn't blogged in almost a year, maybe a little less than a year, 6 months maybe. And it just kind of, I don't know, couldn't find anything interesting, but I really wanted to revise it, and I wanted to put page links at the top of the blog, which I never had before. So I have been having fun this past week revising the blog and putting in a couple of new entries, and will continue to do so. I have a couple of more page links I want to put up the top. One of the page links there is my journey to health through Weight Watchers. So all of my videos and blogs according to Weight Watchers items will appear under that tag. So this one will too, as well as being on Facebook, YouTube. YouTube, as you obviously know from watching this video, I am called Paper Dreamer 1, and my blog is Donna's Dreamworks. So it's kind of confusing. I don't know. I think back when I was first starting, I just didn't realize it would be easier to keep the same moniker for both, so people wouldn't be confused. But I will link both of them so that you can tell who they are. Let me just see if I can back up and zoom in on these wreaths a little bit. You can't get too close. This is a Logitech camera that's attached to the top of my computer, so it really doesn't zoom in too far, but you get a little bit of an idea. There's 3 different ones. This one is made with the the rolls of mesh. This is a blue background with red and silver in it, and it has Patriots rhythm. And this is a red background with the blue and silver, red and silver in it. red, blue, and silver in it for Patriots. So that's where I'm at. And I guess my husband is talking in the background, so I'll probably have to get off. Hold on a second, and I'll just see what's going on. Hold on. Sorry, here I am back again. He had a phone call, so he was talking on the phone and forgot that I was recording right around the corner. So anyway, we're back. Let's see, what am I going to do this afternoon? It's now probably 3:45 in the afternoon. Oh, gee, it's almost cocktail hour. But anyway, I'm going to be checking out the new design space. If you out there, if some of you out there are Cricut persons, you will know that the new design space is up today, the revised design space. So I'm going to be looking at that and maybe getting together a couple of cards. I do want to get back and do a couple of more items on my blog. I have some home decor items and wreaths that I want to post. And then I'm going to get busy. I have, you can see on the bed behind me, I have some blue mesh. Oh my goodness. Somebody wants a wreath for the door, not a patriotic one, but she wants a navy blue wreath with some white and red accents. So we'll get back to making some more of those. I do have some pretty mesh here. Let me see if I can get it. Here we are. Excuse my lovely view. But anyway, this is pretty, is it not? Yeah? This is, I said, oh my gosh, it has nothing to do with red, white, and blue. It's fall colors, so I probably will get one of the wreaths going with this. And although I have not done tutorials on my making of the wreaths in the past, I'm going to try to do one. I have to find a very good, an area that's good for recording. And I can't use this camera because it's on the computer. So I will have to use my tripod and a different camera. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. Weight Watchers is still going. Oh, the other thing I like to keep on my desk, okay, hard candy. If you get the need for something sweet, these are sugar-free, fat-free, taste-free. So they're 30 calories per serving, and I cut off the top. I don't know how many are in a serving, but I don't usually eat more than 1 to 2 at a time. So anyway, so there we are. Moving along, I hope to be, I'm pretty close to another bracket, I guess you'd say. If I lose a couple of pounds, I'll be in a new bracket and out of the old bracket, and that's always great. And I think you have to be good to yourself. You have to make good choices. You have to want what you're doing. It's not easy. I sometimes get, I don't know, not angry, but a little frustrated because I say, gee, I can't eat like a regular person. Or many people, not necessarily a regular person. I don't know what makes one regular and one not. But if I have pizza, or if I have a salad with, nice blue cheese dressing, or if I have, as I did on my birthday, a 12-ounce piece of steak, no, 8-ounce piece of steak, I will gain weight, or I won't lose weight. Well, I can understand not losing, but gaining. And that's really not a whole lot of, terrible food, just heavier in calories than most of the things that I eat right now. But I do not intend not to eat those things. I just need to be accountable for them when I do. So sometimes it gets a little frustrating, but most of the time it's really good. And you feel good about yourself. You know you're doing yourself a favor. You feel better about how you look. If you're interested, I have, in fact, on my blog, when I opened up the new link at the top for the Weight Watchers, I put my first and until now last video just to show that you might see a little difference in those two videos. So anyway, that's all for today. I'm going to get back and doing some regular videos, both the crafting and the Weight Watchers. And I will be back to talk to you soon, I'm sure. Until then, I hope everybody has a great evening and or day or morning or wherever you are listening. And we'll see you the next time. Play nice now. Bye bye.